Good afternoon. I'm Reverend Katherine Harrington. I'm a board member of Murder Victims' Families for Reconciliation. I'm here to speak about the immeasurable cost of the death penalty to the victims. On a very sad fall afternoon in the year 2004, after we buried and said goodbye to their sister, my two sons,
Go ahead.
Okay. My two broken-hearted sons took me aside at her funeral and said, "Don't even think about protesting the death penalty." Our lives had changed forever that terrible night that my youngest child, Leslie Ann Mazzara, and her roommate, Adrian and Sonia, were brutally stabbed to death in Napa, California. Two beautiful, promising lives stolen in the middle of the night in one selfish act of rage and anger. I am an ordained minister in the Unitarian Universalist tradition and have been philosophically opposed to the death penalty my whole life. My two sons were all I had left. The next 11 months were an unspeakable nightmare as the police failed to find the killer. After Eric Koppel turned himself in, the long months to follow were filled with speculation about whether the prosecution would seek the death penalty. The district attorney assured us that it would be his decision alone. We were to be patient, to wait. Our lives became a desperate and painful purgatory. Meanwhile, the media rushed in to exploit and sensationalize our tragedy. After 2 traumatic years, even my sons were ready to find an alternative path. We had to stop the senseless cycle of violence. A victim outreach specialist helped us avoid a trial and negotiate a plea agreement for life without parole. Only then were we able to begin our healing process. The tragedy of the death penalty does not lie with the victims' families alone. The most haunting and woeful scream one warden said he ever heard was that of a condemned man's mother seeing her child put to death. This doesn't resemble justice. This is cruel and inhumane treatment of innocent family members who are also victims. I cannot condone this in my name or in the name of my daughter. After the sentencing hearing in January of 2007, I asked to meet the mother of my daughter's murderer. And when I looked into her tormented eyes, I saw myself. Reaching out in embrace, we said to each other, "I am so sorry." 2 grieving mothers caught up in one terrible tragedy. The state of California has been a progressive leader in our country for decades. By abolishing the death penalty, this great state can make a powerful statement of hope to the rest of the country and to the world. We make our world safe by channeling our resources into programs that nurture and sustain life. And then maybe one day we can dare to hope that no mother's child will grow up to be a murderer.